What is going on in the webs? I apologize if this is dark. It's even dark on my screen. I thought the brightness was up high enough. It might not be. YouTube has a tendency of making things darker than they were when you recorded them. So this is probably dark as fuck right now. Today's Thursday. My voice cracks like crazy. I'm 28 years... Not 28, fucking Christ. 27 years old. My fucking voice is still cracking. It's that puberty! Cherry Coke. Sometimes it tastes like gasoline. Not that I know what that tastes like. Today's Thursday, so obviously it's gonna be another throwback unless I forget it's Thursday, but I didn't, so it's a throwback. This game is called Lost Odyssey. If you did not know, Xbox, Microsoft, whoever, since it's the anniversary or some shit, I don't know, I barely glanced at the fucking post. Point is, there's another crack. Point is that Games with Gold has been around for a while, and, you know, backwards compatibility just started. So they are giving you a free backwards compatible game right now, kind of like Games with Gold. It is Lost Odyssey, if you couldn't guess by the video. If you are into JRPGs or RPGs, if you just recently purchased Final Fantasy 15 and enjoyed playing that game, then I highly recommend you get this. You just go into the Xbox store, search Lost Odyssey, or just search Lost. It'll pop up. It should be free. I got it this morning. It is free. And play it. I think this game is fucking phenomenal. It's a bit convoluted, but then again, most JRPGs are convoluted. It is a really good game. I don't think the company that made the game has made another one since Lost Odyssey. I don't think. And it's a shame, because it's a good game. I played it when I got it on the 360. Again, I had to sell it to afford Xbox One games. But it is a really awesome game. It's completely underrated. Kind of like Kingdoms of Amalur. That game came out for the 360. Fucking phenomenal game, but it got next to no press. And it just kind of faded into obscurity. Not because the game was mediocre, just because it got no press and no one really played it. It was kind of like a cult classic. Well, so is Lost Odyssey. Not many people played it, but it's an awesome fucking game. And it has a special place in my heart because when I first started YouTube, like way back in 2008, my first videos were video game music videos. And then YouTube got on its fucking high horse about copyright. Well, that wasn't YouTube's fault, that was musicians and their opinion on fair use. But anyway, my first videos were video game music videos, and that whole intro scene that you just watched, I actually had up on my channel, and part of a scene that's coming up. It was part of a video on my channel, and I had Drowning Pool's Tear Away. Great song, I recommend you listen to it. And it fit perfectly. Right when that dude with a really tall helmet, like the guys behind Kime right now, slammed his sword into that one dude's shoulder, that's when the lead singer of Drowning Pool went, break! So, and then it just kicked off. And it's like, when he started singing, I don't care about anyone else but me, that's when it faded into Kime slicing and dicing his way through all those bastards right there. So the song fit perfectly. I had it synced to a fucking T. And it was awesome. But I had to take it down because it wasn't viewable in some countries. And then I started getting, not strikes. Strikes and claims are completely different. I have already had claims on that stuff, so it wasn't available in some countries, and I had to take it down. I had to take all my music videos down. And most recently I had a claim on that Elder Scrolls video with the nudity in it. The nude mod, which I know has been removed and it has been re-uploaded. Same guy, same title. It's just, again, I'll probably talk about it or not, I don't know. But anyway, it was a great fucking video and I had to take it down. And for the Elder Scrolls thing, I mean, I thought I fixed it, but in turn I just made it worse. It removed all the fucking audio. Okay. But anyway, that was a claim. He was fine with me using his music as long as he took, like, 50% of my revenue off that video. I was like, no way. So I fixed that claim, so he can't claim it anymore, but anyway, that's how YouTube works. A claim is kind of like a warning, and then a strike is like a penalty. You can appeal both, but meh. I'm getting off topic. Here at this boss fight, if you haven't guessed, my strategy by now, the way you win this fight is you defend when he uses his blade attack. When it raises, you defend. Next turn, he will lower it. You'll take minimalistic damage. To damage this thing, you need to attack each side when the other side's defenses are up. I don't remember which fucking side's defense was up. It was that one. Okay, good. Oh, shit. When its defense is up, you only do 1 damage, so you need to trade off. When its defense is up, you attack the other side. It's a shame this game didn't get nearly as much press as it should have. But that happened with a lot of RPGs on the 360. Tales of Vesperia. Great game. Great game. The achievements in it are super easy. Though you had to kill bosses or meet certain constraints against bosses to get some achievements. There were trophy achievements for each boss, and you had to either initialize something during the fight or use an item against it. There were specific constraints specific to the boss. Easily missed. But it was still a freaking awesome game. It's an underrated gem. The whole premise of this story is that this guy, Kaim, is an immortal. He can't die. Apparently, unless you're in a fight in which he can die and it's game over. That's the part I don't understand. It's like, this dude's an immortal. You'll see what he survives in a second. He survives this. But if you lose a fight, if you're KO'd in a fight, it's game over. You died. Like, what? How does that make any fucking sense? But he is an immortal. There are more than one immortals. You'll see another one here pretty soon. There's a slew of immortals. I never got far in the game on the 360. I think I got like the second or third disc before I started getting interested in other games, and then I just never went back to it, which was a shame because I actually liked the game, but I just got so caught up in other games that I just never went back to it. Did you see he survives a fucking... What is this? A meteor? He survives this, but if he fucking goes down in a fight, game over. Makes no fucking sense. Soundtrack is really great too. It's not too different than Final Fantasy, or old Final Fantasies anyway. It's got that turn-based combat as you saw. But, I mean, if you just recently played Final Fantasy 15, though this is a slight change. This is more like Final Fantasy 12, because it's random battle encounters and it's, well, not turn-based. 12 wasn't turn-based. 10 was turn-based. Yeah, I guess it's more like 10. Final Fantasy 10. Because, I mean, it's got turn-based combat and it's random battle encounters. But if you just played 15, you'd probably like this one. If you're a fan of JRPGs, you'll probably like this one.
Let's take him now.
I love how it says insane Kent soldier. They're not insane, those are fucking zombies. You cannot tell me those are not zombies.
Like taking candy from a baby.
There is a loot system in this game. I don't quite remember it. It's been a hot minute since I played this game. But I do know there is a loot system. I know you can hit things like trash cans and shit and you'll get loot out of them. I don't know if there's treasure chests or glowy shit on the ground. There might be both. No, we're not gonna do that. You guys can view it when you play it, if you play it. I don't need it because I've done it before. I don't quite remember how, but it won't take me long to get a hang of it. But as you can see, you can hit random shit in the environment that can be hit, and you will get items out of them. Ugh. Here's that random encounter I was talking about. Boy, 3 of them this time. So that ring is your bonus damage. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, so it's right trigger. I thought it was A at first, but it's not A, it's right trigger. So when you initialize your attack, you want to hold right trigger and then release it when that big ring gets to the small, like that. You release right trigger when that ring is about right there inside that small ring. If you do it right, you get bonus damage. You get more bonus damage, the better your rating. Bad, obviously, you don't get any bonus damage. Good, you get a little bit. Perfect, you get the most. And there is glowy shit on the ground. Camera angles are fixed, you can't turn it. It's kind of like Resident Evil. The old Resident Evil. I'm talking about like Resident Evil 1. See, a little bit bonus damage. Normally my attacks do like 96, 97. I got over 100 there for a good rating. I got a perfect with Sims. About 120.
Only the strong survive.
I will say, from what I remember, the boss battles in this game are kinda hard. So, you need to train adequately, have items on hand. I don't think that's gonna happen in any area besides this one. I don't think. But, I mean, at least now you know. You hit those crates, you get items. But, you know, prepare adequately for boss battles, and you can almost tell when one's coming up. It's a pretty obvious build-up. So just prepare adequately. Make sure you got healing items or a healer. There are healers in this game. You're probably going to rely heavily on potions until you get your healer, which is actually pretty far into the game, considering it's really weird how far into the game the healer is. It's like, why would you put it that far? I don't really get it. And you get gold hand over fist kind of when you kill stuff, so things are a teeny bit expensive. The game is rough but fair. If you prepare adequately, you shouldn't have a problem. If you go in there half-cocked, you'll get your ass reamed wide open. Take it from me. That fucking bird. You won't see that boss fight. Because I'm not gonna do a full playthrough. I'm just gonna go to the city. But if you play this game on your own, you'll know what I mean when you get there. That fucking bird. Oh my god. That's like the first major boss battle I can remember.
What?
I went into that fight half-cocked.
He's still
He
alive.
fucked me up.
Huh? Hey, you!
What about the others? You alone?
Recognize that
What's
voice?
your name? Your unit?
Second Lieutenant Kai Marganar, Commander, 17th Platoon, Armored Magic Troopers.
It's a miracle you made it. Come with me.
You
This way.
recognize that voice?
Unbelievable. One survivor.
Yeah. Amazing he made it
You
unscathed,
recognize it?
especially in that outfit.
That soldier on the right of Kym is voiced by the same guy who did the voice for Soldier 76 and Baird in Gears of War. Soldier 76 is, of course, from Overwatch. Not doing that either. You can watch that tutorial when you get here. As you can see, there are chests for loot. Just check everywhere. That's like the main piece of advice I can give you for looting. Check everywhere. And as you saw in that cutscene, we walked right by 2 crates, so be sure to go back and get them. Because you know that these crates explode when you touch them, and they give you items. So make sure you get back and get those. I don't think there's anything else here, but it never hurts to check these weird outcrops like this. Sometimes they put stuff there, trying to be sneaky. For people who don't pay attention to the minimap. Normally I would train, you know, increase my level a couple times before I left, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Because again, I'm not probably gonna play this after this video. If I want a really good story game, yeah, I'll probably reinstall this game and play it, but it's taking up 22 gigs. Spoiler alert, it's gonna cost you 22 gigs of hard drive space. Hard drive space. Look how his body turns. That is not how the human body moves. Look at, he's like a fucking robot. What? That is so weird. And gross. She's another immortal. There's a small handful. Might be kind of spoiler, but I mean, she joins your group eventually anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
That's Officer Seth Balmore with the 43rd Magic Division. She's like you. She got out in one piece.
Really? You two are walking miracles.
It's not really a miracle at all, actually. I mean, I'm not going to spoil the story for you guys that want to play the game, but it's kind of horrific and disgusting. Nothing remotely miracle-esque about it. But anyway, memory serves, we're about to show up at the gate to the city, so I'm going to end it as soon as we get off the boat, so to speak. The game is definitely worth a look. I mean, you're not out anything. I mean, the only thing you're investing into this game is your time and hard drive space, which is 22 gigs, around 22 gigs. That's the number that sticks out in my brain. It's like 22 point something. But, I mean, it's free. Microsoft has decided to give it to us for free because it's the anniversary of Games with Gold or something.
Get off, Lieutenant.
It is a 360 game, so it's backwards compatible. If you own it on this version, then you don't need to worry about it. But if you don't, looking for something to do, maybe you beat Final Fantasy 15, looking for another RPG to play, by all means, you know, try this one. It's completely free.
Council is only summoned.
You've got nothing to lose.
Sit down and
If you don't like it, you can just uninstall it. As I said, you can go into the store, use the search options, just search Lost. It should pop up immediately. If it doesn't, just search Lost Odyssey. You will need a credit card linked to your account. That is the one downfall. Do backwards compatible digital games. You will need a credit card linked to your account. It's free. I don't know why they need the credit card if it's free.
Follow me.
But such is life. It's a really, really good game, and I've got pretty far into it. I mean, I got into the second or third disc. When it came out on the 360, it was 4 discs. And it's hard to try to remember a fucking 360 game that was more than 1 disc. On the PS2 days, easy to find multiple disc games. And that's how you knew you had something to play that would last a while. So, this is definitely one of them. If you're into JRPGs, if you're into RPGs, just try it out. It's free, you're not out anything. It's a really good game. Really underrated, and it's definitely worth a look. It's a good Christmas gift to yourself that costs you absolutely nothing. But I'm gonna end it here. Drop a like if you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for more daily content from me. And until next time, later.